Hey guys, Salvi here, just reminding you to, of course, like, subscribe, and follow, and all that kind of good stuff that YouTube asks if you enjoy what video I'm going to put out for you today. Thank you. We have Ironmouse once again, this time talking about some song stuff, and of course Ironmouse is a female English VTuber that used to be a part, or at least affiliated with VShojo. She was one of the first people to start it off with, Project Melody and many others. She was one of the founders of VShojo, so she put a lot into that company, and of course it did not pay her back at all. In fact, it screwed her over in a lot of ways. So let us talk about what's going on with her. Right now, we are talking about the worst aspect of the VShojo situation, something having to do with her music, I believe. The fact that she, I think it has to do with the fact that they own the rights to a lot of the stuff, and I'm not sure if they're going to be transferring it over to her. So let's listen to what's going on here.
The ownership of the songs. That's a battle for me. Ugh. Yeah. Yep. So I don't know how that's gonna work. It's another thing that we have to look into and see what's gonna happen with that. I mean, in terms of like the covers, it's fine. It's the original ones that are like, oh
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's so many. It's more than just one thing. Unfortunately, it's
Mousy
many
for the
different
background.
things.
Can the chat mascot get a spot? We so barely see.
That's another thing that I'm dealing with, the music situation, which is tough. Your originals are yours, yeah, but it's
Time to Mousy's
hard to
version
say,
list.
bro. There's so much like, it's complicated. It's complicated. But we'll get there. We will get there. I need to just make sure that I have it in writing that it's mine, It's complicated, but we'll get there. Yeah, the lawyer will help, so no worries. No worries with that. It's just many different pieces, many different moving parts of all the so...
If you're going to get another model, you should one day get a 90s anime style model.
Hopefully. I have a great support system, I have a great team, I have a great lawyer, and, we gotta keep moving forward now. The good news is that songs from here on out are definitely mine, so that's the good news. Sheesh. Kinda good I didn't put out that album before, huh? Good thing I waited. It's a good thing I waited.
Oh god.
How can I explain this without going too much? I can just say, in Minecraft, allegedly, sometimes you think you're agreeing to something, but then other stuff gets sneaked in where you didn't originally know that it was there, and you could have sworn it wasn't there before, but then, after the fact, somehow, there's something there, and it's just like, what? Where it's like, whoa, I did not know that this was happening in this mod pack. You didn't know that it was happening in this mod pack, and you could have sworn you downloaded a mod pack with all the components that you wanted, but then after the fact, you realize, hey, what's all this extra in this mod pack that I did not agree to upon downloading?
Dang son, this Minecraft game sounds complicated.
Yeah, it's a very complicated Minecraft game. This mod pack is crazy. This Minecraft mod pack is insane.
So right there, what she's saying, or at least what she's alluding to, is that they sneak things into contracts, into agreements that she signed or she agreed to when it came to either music or other things, and suddenly the rights aren't hers and things like that. That could, if she has proof, the thing is she has to have proof that it wasn't there before, an original contract, etc., agreements, etc. If it was a verbal one, that's a lot harder to prove. But if she does have the originals, she can say that they were sneaky. Like legally, you can't be sneaking in things that aren't there, that weren't there when the person agreed to it and signed to it. You can't just modify it afterwards. That's why it's always good for you to get a copy of the contract besides the contract that you signed. For example, you tell them, okay, you're gonna have me sign this contract. I won't sign this contract unless I have a copy for myself right here, right now, of this exact contract that I'm signing. If you're already a part of the company, it should not be a hard thing to do, because that way you have, a lot of companies do this. I remember whenever I signed a contract, there's usually a copy for myself right then and there. But VShojo is not necessarily the best company out there, so you can have them have two copies. Be like, okay, you want me to sign a contract beforehand? Be like, all right, I want 2 copies. I want the copy that I'm signing in original, and then a copy of this whole thing. And then that copy has to be the exact same thing. And you have your lawyer look over both. If you have your lawyer look over everything first, have your lawyer look over both, or at least have a copy, from your lawyer, etc. And then you go back and you sign, etc. So always make a copy. If it's a digital thing, always make a copy of that contract. Find a way to make a copy of that contract so that you can have that and the one that you signed be two separate things. And then you double check, and then you see, is the one that signed, was it modified afterwards? If it was, and you're like, look, this is my original contract right here without the things, with the timestamps and everything like that, the metadata will have. You have to be a little bit, if they're going to be sneaky, you have to be sneaky back and make sure that you protect yourself. Unfortunately, it looks like Ironmouse had some things snuck in that makes it hard for her to have the rights to her music and maybe the rights to many other things, which does absolutely suck. I do wish her the best, and I do hope that her lawyer can help her relieve this issue. We move on to Rin Penrose, who was a part of Idol Corporation before they switched over and they did their own thing and they became independent. She has had a little bit of a chat with her community about corporations and how they are not the best for you. They're not looking out the best for you. And she's ended up getting a bit of hate for it. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look right here on Rin Penrose clips.
This is my thesis. I do tell people this. It's important that you as a viewer make sure that you don't idolize any one company in your head too much. I mean, I think this is just a good rule of life. Corporations are not your friend kind of deal. Because I've seen a lot of people, and I don't want to go too far into speculation here. I'm kind of concerned that this is going to get clipped and then people are going to be like, opinion bad. I'm like, yeah, well, most of my opinions aren't great.
Too late there. People clipped it, and yes, people in kurosanji really don't like your opinion.
I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, VShojo was bad. And oh, these other companies, they've done these things, but Hololive is still good. Or there's gonna be some other company where it's like, well, VShojo did this, but this company, they never seem like they do that. And VShojo didn't seem like they were going to not pay out $500,000 of charity money either. I think as fans, you probably only have the ability to see about 5% of what's going on. It feels like you can see more. That's most icebergs. I'm not saying you can't support any agency. I'm just saying be careful when you do. I think we do owe it to the people in these agencies who are under NDA and stuff. I think we do owe it to them to have at least a little bit of skepticism when it comes to stuff like this, because it's very difficult for them to speak out when things are going bad. If you are working with someone and you're under an NDA and you have the slightest suspicion that they might be litigious, you are very careful about things, because it's all well and good that the truth is out there, but if you've been bankrupted by legal fees and you can't put food on the table, at a certain point you do have to look out for yourself in order to do more good in the world. You can't set yourself on fire just to keep others warm, right? These people need to be able to protect themselves before they are able to help protect others. So it is very difficult for people to come out about stuff like this. That's why it's always a situation, a capital S situation. The reason people have to make Google Docs about that is because it is difficult to speak up. And if you speak up and you don't get the right level of attention as well, then you've just broken NDA and you've got nothing to show for it and you're kind of screwed. End of the day, I think it's just as long as you kind of try and put the talents first, that's probably the right thing to do. I have seen some people in all sorts of these situations. Company does bad thing. It's why are the talents still there? Firstly, it's very scary to put yourself in the line of fire, especially if you are not making enough to afford legal counsel. Absolutely. If you are worried that you are going to get into a situation like that, of course you're not going to say anything. You want to be able to pay rent next week. It's concerning to put yourself in the line of fire and you don't know if you are actually going to make a difference or if you are just screwing yourself over and the entity that has wronged you is going to be fine. And also, sunk cost fallacy. I saw that Kason came out and said that she had not been paid since late last year. And she said that she had been sticking around in VShojo because she wanted to make sure she got her money. And yeah, that's why a lot of people stay as well, because they kind of get the impression, and I don't blame them for this, that if I leave, they are going to see that as a breach of contract or otherwise a reason not to give the money that they owe. It feels like you're just letting them get away with it. Because they are usually told in this scenario, oh no, just wait a little bit more, wait a little bit longer, we are going to get you your money. Because I think in a lot of situations the company kind of deludes themselves into believing that as well. It's not always a mustache-twirling villain saying we are going to steal your money forever. Not to say the company's in the right during this situation. You should have managed your business better and not gotten into a situation where you owed multiple people significant funds. That's my hot take. God, I hope that's not a hot take, otherwise I don't know what I'm gonna do. 95% of VTubers go independent just before their wages stop getting stolen. Oh.
Yeah, and of course, like I said, she has a lot of insight into this because she was a corpo VTuber that was part of what Aviel Basin was not great at managing the things going on. The original owner of Idol. And of course, I've gotten hate for that, but that is a truth that I will continue to put out there. Now, as Brave Group, they've done a little bit better, but they were bad, really bad before. And I will show you some of the hate that she's gotten recently. This is a bit of the hate that she has gotten from some people from r kurosanji, Reddit in general. It's not necessarily it being r kurosanji or not. This one I did find in r kurosanji, but Reddit in general is a bit of a cesspool. It is kind of like Twitter. It can be very bad or very good. It says a lot of people in this thread got defensive and needed to tear Rin for saying this. Whatever you like her, question her, whatever. She's not wrong about this. Don't idolize the corporation. It says, I think everyone here is just tired of anti-corporate fear-mongering. This person was trying to defend Rin at least. His point is valid, but to hear it from another VTuber for the blah, blah, blah time, it gets quite exhausting, especially for people who want the hope that there are companies out there that do treat their talents right. Companies are companies, whether you like it or not. They may treat their talents right for now, but they are looking out for money. And in the case of Hololive, they're treating their talents right because it still does make very good sense overall. Whether it be, Yago seems to be a good person, but you never know what a company's going to do. And that's what she's telling you. Don't put your full faith in the company. Let me get this straight. The ex-corp content creator is telling us not to trust corporations or content creators. It's a paradoxical statement. How is that a paradox? If anything, it would mean that they need more experience. No, dude, they can say it because they've been through shit. So yeah, this person, Fishman, is one that sending hate. No, dude, they can't. And then, of course, continue that. Except barring Rin revealing different story recently, had a good time in Idol and liked her managers, but left to shake things up for herself and seeing about befriending more VTubers and managers. So this person's saying that they're just doing it kind of for clout. Oh, over here, someone going really, really super, super defensive on Hololive and saying, Hololive is better than anything and super amazing and all that kind of stuff. Hololive has had its big share of bad stuff as well. All VTuber companies have their simps, and Holo drones are just as bad as the sisters since they worship the company. And there goes someone that says, all the good things about Hololive. Hololive does have very good things, don't get me wrong. I am a person who got into VTubing because of Hololive, because how much I loved it and I wanted to do the same thing. But yes, they have made mistakes as well. They are not free from sin, as people would say. So yeah, basically, you call that Hololive's not allowed. Basically, what I'm saying here. Warn people to not idolize Rin Penrose again. And it says, don't idolize companies, but there are a few that I respect. Difference is respect. That one's fine. This person's not saying anything bad. Almost every indie who's relatively big gets a big head and thinks it's all automatic. Just stream and you'll have triple-digit viewers easily. I don't think Rin Penrose is even saying that. It makes me massive respect the indies I like Shay Lily, Unnamed, Minto, and have a bit of an adult perception on it. A corpo can be bad, and every corpo is bad, and not every corpo is bad. And for some people, it's very much a need to get around in idol music, etc. So people are like, oh, she's ex-corpo, she can't really be saying this. Leaned a bit too heavy on implying all corpos bad, which just further fuels the paranoia people have against it. Yeah, some criticism, some hatred, that kind of stuff like that. And it's I think she got a little bit too much dislike and too much hatred for this thing, but that's just my take on it. And I'm giving you guys all this information here that you guys can see it. Some people were more rational. Some people even shown here were more rational, more like, hey, I can see both sides, and don't hate her for this, that type of thing. But others were like, oh, Rin Penrose is saying my company might be bad, and they go insane on that part. So you're gonna see everything here and there. I just wanted to show you what I saw. Clotho Mythos, or Fate Mythos, which is their at down here, is Mythos HQ's primordial goddess of fate. And of course, they do have a hiatus announcement, which I'll make bigger here. What they say on this whole thing is, hello Thimbiciles, which is their fan name. I will be taking a streaming hiatus to focus on other work. Thank you for your patience. Can't wait to see you again. So it's most likely IRL work that they're focusing on right now. And I mean, that's fine. Let's see. Hi everyone. I will be taking a stream hiatus starting on Thursday, July 31st, ending on October 8th. That is a long streaming hiatus. So they have a lot of work that they're working on, whether it be schoolwork, etc., for both my mental health and preparing for something even bigger. Content will still be posted to the YouTube channel, and I will still be active on my Twitter/X. Please wait for my return. I promise for some amazing events when I'm back. Thank you for supporting me. I look forward to seeing you again. And that is the thing, of course, Mythos is just there. Mythos is there to help out. They are there getting her the whole, new content that she's creating, getting her everything. But in the end, they are a facilitator. They won't be doing all the work that you need to do for it. They'll be doing all the background work. but you still need to put a lot of effort into actually making that content work, making that content happen, etc. And that is why she is right now taking a bit of a hiatus. That's actually a pretty long hiatus. That's a full month of August and October 8th. So it's a full month that she's taken off, which is a long one. But hopefully when she returns, amazing stuff is in order. It is going to happen. Whatever it is, I mean, mental health is a big part of it. She says here, hopefully her mental health does recover. She does feel better and, you know, goes and does her amazing stuff. Fuwamoco, who of course are the demon dog twins, 2 demonic demon guard dogs of course, the Advent generation of Hololive EN. They recently had their Lifetime Showtime, which they showed off very recently. And as you can see here, as it started before I freaking wanted it to, because it does that sometimes, this is an original song, as far as I know, and we're gonna listen to a little bit of it, little bits and pieces, and I'll show you like little snippets, because the video always, next one, like I've had like 20 or 30 of my videos get hit by them, and it's getting annoying at this point. So I will do my best to still show it to you guys, but not get hit myself. So here, of course, you can see that. You can, of course, take a look on their original channel, because I'm not trying to be a market replacement for them. I'm just showing you what I see, so to speak. So, of course, there we have their Showtime here. They have different references from what I know. This is just, of course, Fuwawa being the big sister. You have, this is a reference, of course, to the GTA, where they were ambulance drivers of GTA. And, of course, they did a lot of destruction there. So that is, of course, what is shown there. I think Korone flew out of their ambulance when they crashed one time. You have also other things. Of course, recently they're going to be having a fireworks show soon as well, as I covered other times. And there you have many people going to them and just having fun. And of course, lots and lots and lots of different things. Of course, them being wanted, part of the Advent generation. Them being in their room, just enjoying everything with everybody. Pero is the different forms of pero, of course. And all the different fun times they were able to have with their friends, traveling to Japan, traveling to the ponderings that they love. All these separate references that everyone that in the Fuwamoco fandom will be able to understand. And of course, this part here, as you know, they love idol culture. They absolutely adore idol culture. They love idol culture. They want it to be idols. They love what they're doing right now in Hololive. And of course, that is why you see them with their big puppy eyes being so excited. This is the small them. This is the tiny them. This is the younger them. Showing, you know, their excitement towards that. Doing some dances, doing some singing together. Showing their history. And now they're in the beautiful point of their careers, of their lives, where you have them actually being on the stage, actually being able to do this Showtime in front of all the fans that they have, in front of everybody in the VTuber community, and of course everyone is very happy to have them there. And I'm very happy that they were able to find, as you know, 2 abandoned dogs, because they were abandoned by their previous company, finding a new place to shine, a new place to show their personalities and be their wonderful selves. Hololive Stage 2025 World Tour is continuing to happen. Now it has gone past Hong Kong. They have done their Hong Kong concert, as you can see here. And of course, the girls are right there on stage. Nene being one of them, which is amazing. Nene's never been a part of these things. Of course, it's only their 2nd year really of doing it. But it is amazing to see that she is up there with the rest of the girls. And of course, you have a showing of Bei-chan and of course Kobo, and then you have Nene, Sora, and Miko, Sakura Miko, and of course everybody just having fun, everybody just, you know, having their moments, their moment to sing, their special guest moment to sing. Of course, they didn't have the 3Ds because they, you know, mocap and the lag. Remember, there would be a bit of a lag between when they're singing and all that kind of stuff. They don't want to mess with that, so instead they did it with the live 2D. It is perfectly fine. But the reason why I'm going over this is that Koreji Ali did, of course, say, how do I walk with tears in my eyes? Look at these flower stands, Hong Kong. There's a bunch of Udin-shaped balloons, and they're a bouquet. I'm in awe. Being able to meet so many of you guys is already a blessing. Being able to sing for you guys is a privilege, and being cheered on like this is a dream come true. This little zombie is lucky to be on World Tour. I'll do my best. See you guys soon. And the reason why this matters, this is important, because remember, Ollie had a lot, and it still has a huge imposter syndrome going on, where she does not feel she is worthy of these things. So when fans go and show her that she is worthy of it, that they do love her, that they do love what she does, it kind of helps boost up her morale. Iris, same thing. Big thank you to lovely flower stands in Hong Kong venue. They're absolutely beautiful. The art is really cute as well. Motivation is sky high. Iris Gambaru, Hololive Stage 25. And it's the beautiful pictures here of all of them here, of course, showing off all the ones there for Iris. And of course, I didn't show you the ones for Ollie. Here's Ollie's flowers here, which is beautifully made, of course. You have Nene. Nene's stuff here. Nene didn't actually put anything out, at least as far as we can tell, as far as I was able to see. But here is Nene's beautiful flowers as well. Really well done. Really well made. I'm so glad that they were able to show this. Of course, here's some Miko stuff here. Here's every single flower, every single bit of the flowers there. You can see them all there, even for Kobo, Bei, everybody, Sora, Miko, everybody who was there. The fans went and showed it off to the world. This is amazing. This is another fan doing it here. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Right behind the Sweet-chan. Miko's messing with Sweet-chan as always. And here we go. Narissa, a little late, but I want to thank all the jailbirds in Hong Kong for the lovely flower stand they prepared. Seriously made me so happy. I hope you enjoyed our performance. And here you go with Narissa's and, of course, her performance right there. It's beautiful stuff for each and every one of them. I'm so happy to be able to show this to you guys. I'm so happy that they were able to have fun. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of every single size, shape, form, everything in between. And I do this in order to be, positive and bring some positivity to everybody. I do want to help VTubers as much as I can. Today is Dan Zinagri, which is a PNG VTuber. That's who I'm talking about right now. Let's take a look at their Twitch side. While this isn't my first time streaming, I'm new to being a PNG tuber, looking to just play some games, chat, and have some fun. And let's take a look at one of their things they have here. And it's a pause, be right back screen, I think. And it's Mandible got to assist me. Let's take a look here, actually. I don't know what song this is. Gitaru Man. There we go. Bit of a silent moment there, but that's very nice. It's very okay because he's working hard. I mean, when you're actually going through things like that,
the entire fight's a goddamn joke, and I don't mean that it's easy. I mean that the entire thing is just, yeah, you're going through this. No, you don't. Even if you do well, you're dealing no fucking damage.
So yeah, like I said, it was more of a moment where they were focusing, they were concentrating, and they finally did talk a little bit. I have very silent moments, so I definitely understand that. And of course, this is their VOD channel that you can take a look at and see all the things that they have been doing recently when it comes to any VODs that they've been uploading themselves here. And of course, thank you so much, Dan Zinagri, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.